Hello and welcome to our first Facebook Live of 2019. My name is Stephen Pearl and I'm here today with registered dietitian Kelvin Lee of UHS. The new year is upon us, it's 2019, and with a new year usually means a new you with New Year's resolutions. A lot of people like to jump into the new year with a diet or a healthy lifestyle change, and often more than not, it does not actually work out because there's little prep and they're not jumping into it correctly. I'm here with Kelvin today. We're going to talk to you a little bit about dieting and how you should approach your New Year's resolution. A lot of people end up going for a fad diet. Kelvin, is this their best approach when they're jumping into?
Unfortunately, you hit the nail on the head by saying fad diet. That's actually exactly what it is. It's just a fad. These things come and go, and for, very specific reasons. They're usually just thought up to promise quick results, nothing really long-term, nothing really sustainable. And after the fad diet is done, people usually resume their normal diet patterns. So it's more of a temporary basis sort of thing.
Okay, so that's good for people to know. Obviously, a fad diet, while popular, might not be your best bet. Now, people usually jump into these. It's December 31st, New Year, January 1st. They decide it's time to diet, time to change who they are, or create a healthier lifestyle. What's the best way to do that? Are there some tips to really jump into this to make sure it's successful?
Yeah, absolutely. When people start the New Year's resolutions, generally maybe something might have happened the prior year they're just not happy with. They're looking for change for whatever reason, and they seem to hone in on weight sort of as an end-all approach to I guess sort of improving their year. But unfortunately with these, our human body is meant to really hold on to weight very well. It's an old survival mechanism. When we used to be cavemen and cavewomen, we often had more times of famine than times of feast. So these fad diets almost mimic, our ancient genetics to adjust for a famine. So when we lose all of this weight, our body doesn't realize that it's 21st century America. It thinks we're living thousands of years ago. So any sort of super restrictive fad diet, it'll work initially, but then you'll gain the weight back. You'll typically notice it's a fad diet because they'll promise things like severe weight swings, weight loss, only by eliminating one or two things, whether it's carbs or sugar or something like that. So generally for people looking for a more healthful, balanced diet, we tend to focus more on behavioral and lifestyle changes. So
really it's about, when you're coming into the new year, or new you, as some people like to phrase it, it's about creating a healthy lifestyle over a diet, you would say?
Absolutely. The lifestyle is a great way to put it, and especially with behavioral change too, because it really should be focusing on behaviors. If anything, weight should be more of a lifestyle and behavioral changes. By introducing healthier lifestyle and behavioral techniques, the weight will come off as a side effect, but it shouldn't be your main goal. Your main goal shouldn't be, I need to lose 50 pounds by January 31st or else my diet fails, because that will set you up for failure if you don't meet those outcomes. A lot of these fad diets will remove something completely like carbohydrates, but if you really miss those carbohydrates, it's almost like you're going to start getting those feelings of guilt, those feelings of shame once you start eating carbohydrate, but you're still on your fad diet. So rather, what I mean by lifestyle changes is take, for example, our salad bar here at the cafeteria. If one of your goals or one of your behavioral changes is to add more fruits and vegetables into your diet, that's a great way to start off. Something much simpler, much more attainable. We have these options here at this salad bar, like lean chicken, tuna, lots of fresh fruits and vegetables. But as a dietitian, I will say that you don't have to have salad. That's another thing. A lot of these diets force you to eat salad, but if you're not a salad person and you absolutely hate salad, that's fine. There are other ways to get vegetables in: grilled, roasted, baked, things like that. Or instead of maybe adding more fresh fruits and vegetables to your diet, maybe a goal would be just to exercise for 30 minutes a day. Don't worry about how intense it is, where it is, what program it is. Just 30 minutes a day. Small steps like this tend to be more sustainable for behavioral change than just a temporary weight fix over a month.
That's probably very good news to hear, that they can have a healthy lifestyle if they don't like vegetables, because I'm sure that's what slows a lot of people down when they're ready to get into this, because they don't want to have to eat that food that they don't like. Well, thank you very much, Kelvin. We appreciate all these tips. We hope these tips help you guys with your New Year's resolutions out there watching us. And if you have any more questions or you want more information, log on to nyuhs.org for more information about our nutrition services. Thank you for joining us.